Fertilizers are a huge source of California smog. Don't you just love the smell of fresh smog in the morning? A new study finds California may be overlooking fertilizers as a major contributor to smog. The state currently estimates nitrogen oxides emissions from fertilizers at 4%. Scientists compared nitrogen oxides emissions over the Central Valley with fertilizer application rates and found fertilized soils may actually be responsible for 40% of emissions. Hundreds of thousands of tons of nitrogen fertilizer are used on crops in the Central Valley each year. Excess fertilizer is released into the atmosphere as nitrogen oxides, which can create layers of blanketing smog. Smog can lead to health complications like asthma and acute bronchitis, as well as cause missed school and work days. Luckily, the current administration is environmentally friendly, so we're all good. Good thing the world will never run out of resources. Straws are a huge part of the global plastic problem. The world has a huge plastics problem, but it's totally going to get better. No, it's not. Plastic straws are increasingly drawing attention from conservation movements. In the U.S. alone, Americans discard around 500 million plastic straws a day, enough to circle the globe twice or fill 125 school buses. Straws are normally not recycled because they're often made from several different types of plastics and they're small in size. Straw pollution contributes to the 8 million tons of plastic dumped into oceans each year. At the current rate, there will be more plastic than fish in the water by 2050. Reusable glass straws, stainless steel, copper, and bamboo are all more sustainable alternatives than single-use plastic straws. The UK says it plans to include straws in its ban on all plastic waste by 2042. 2042? Wow, Britain. Really taking the lead on the conservation front there.
Caterpillars could save the planet from plastic trash. After years of trying to find a way to get rid of plastic waste, scientists may have finally found a solution, courtesy of a drab little bug. Wax moth caterpillars that typically eat beeswax in hives have been found to also be capable of degrading plastic. Polyethylene is one of the most commonly used plastics, with strong carbon-to-carbon bonds that render it resistant to degradation. However, waxworms are able to make holes in a polyethylene bag in just 40 minutes, eventually eating through most of it in just a few hours. Researchers suspect bacteria in the guts of the worms are responsible for digesting the plastic and breaking it down into ethylene glycol, an organic compound. Scientists want to study the chemical process that allows polyethylene to be degraded and maybe adapted into a solution for managing the world's plastic waste. Researchers find plastic-breaking fungus. New research coming out of China may hold the key to dealing with the world's massive plastic waste problem. Plastic is not easily biodegradable and can take thousands of years to decompose. A group of researchers found Aspergillus tubangensis, a common soil fungus, at a dump in Pakistan. Under laboratory conditions, it was shown to break down plastic in weeks, not years. Aspergillus tubangensis has previously been found in patients with lung conditions, such as cystic fibrosis. The fungus used its roots to break apart the plastic, but its effectiveness was found to be influenced by other factors, such as temperature and pH levels. Researchers say that tweaking these could pave the way for fungi to be used in waste treatment plants or in soils impacted by plastic.
China doesn't want the UK's recycled plastic anymore. Rich countries are now scrambling to find other places to dump their garbage after China's recent plastics ban. China imported 7.3 million tons of plastic waste in 2017 from the US, the EU, the UK, and Japan. But starting this year, it's banning 24 categories of recyclables and solid waste. Britain alone sends around 2/3, about 500,000 tons, of its recycled plastic to China every year. UK recycling firms are now looking to Malaysia and Vietnam. However, both those countries have capacity issues. Unless other alternative markets can be found, the plastics will have to be sent for incineration or dumped in a landfill. Well, we could always start launching all of our garbage into space.